All right, we are going to get started right on time. Welcome to our OneDose and EPR Fireworks integration webinar. Thank you for joining us. Today we're going to talk about the integration, how it works, show it in action, and then explain how to set it up, which is pretty easy. And then we'll end with a Q&A for any questions that you have. So please send them in the chat as they come up. Our speakers today are Colton Hazlett, CTO and co-founder here at OneDose, and Harel Dorfman, product manager of EPR FireWorks. So our mission here at OneDose is to advance the first mile of healthcare by equipping every emergency clinician, agency, and hospital with intelligent AI-powered support that improves accuracy, saves time, and saves lives. Which is part of why we do integrations like this. So I'll pass it over to Harel to talk a little bit about EPR Fireworks.
Thank you, Lydia. So for those who may not be familiar with FireWorks, we're a modern cloud-based records management system built specifically for fire and EMS agencies, and our platform supports everything from incident reporting and EPCR to inspections, prevention, scheduling, analytics, and much, much more. Our platform is designed to help departments spend less time on administration and more time serving their communities. So at the end of the day, our focus is quite simple. Provide technology that's easy to use, backed by exceptional customer support. Thank you, Lydia.
Thank you for handing that off. So what is OneDose? OneDose is a EMS platform made for a point of care solution from pre-scene all the way to hospital handoff. We offer AI native protocol management, clinical decision support, and robust customization. We're very excited to announce this partnership with EPR Fireworks. This is really to help enable our first responders. So why does this matter? In OneDose, you're actually able to continue at the point of scene and document. This eliminates that need of that double documentation after the fact, where if you go into OneDose and then you have to document in Fireworks as well. It allows for more complete charts, better time stamping, and cleaner operational data. Now, the information that everyone actually cares about is what sends over to EPR Fireworks. So anything that is directly Nexus tracked, such as your medications, infusions, electrical therapies, interventions, and procedures. As our partnership continues to grow, and this is actually a unique partnership as well, because this is the first one that we're able to integrate our eMAC to send an image of the medication file and the confirmation of the NDC code and timestamp that it was scanned. Now, that's probably enough talking about it, and I'm happy to go ahead and demonstrate the integration. All right, so as soon as you get logged in, the first thing that you actually do to kick off the process is start your LPR. You can start your LPR by pressing that little patient icon, and then you can see in the top right corner that this LPR is activated. Now, adding your patient demographics, we have a page right on the bottom that allows you to actually directly enter any of the patient demographics. So for this demonstration, I'll use a pediatric patient. I'll use this age slider to calculate that estimated weight and add that patient. Everything in the platform changes to whatever patient you have directly into OneDose. As you can see, the colors even change to green to indicate that pediatric green color as well. Now I'll jump into a medication and say that I know that my patient's going to be in pain, and I want to jump to my pain management protocol. At this point, I can actually administer a fentanyl dose and a ketamine dose as well. I'll jump back to the home screen, and just for the sake of transferring information, I'll add additional context, such as an eye gel. Now, after the fact, you can actually click into your eMAC process, take that scan of that medication as well. that is when it'll actually transfer over to EPR. So when you are fully done, you can click into the patient tab at the bottom and you can review any of this information for accuracy. So at any point, you can change this information. So if you know that you didn't give 0.72, but you really gave 0.75, you can make that modification directly here. When you're fully ready to send it to the FireWorks team, you just click on their logo that should be demonstrated right into your bottom right corner, press on that export button, give it one last final review for accuracy before sending it off to the FireWorks team. Now at this point, I'll pass it over to Harel.
Great. Thank you, Colton. I'll just share my screen. And we're into our EPCR system. We can view the patient list. I'll go into the demo patient, John OneDose. And just one thing you have to note that the at patient time at the EPCR has to be approximately 1 hour plus minus from the actual LPR timing. So once I enter the PCR, if I go to treatments, procedures, and medications are right now without any information, clicking on the three dots and picking the OneDose integration. This will load all the LPRs available. Sorry, just let me check. Okay, there it is. And here is the last one from Carlton, the 9-year-old patient. We can see the demographics, the weight, the number of medications, the time, and the provider. This can help us decide which one of the LPRs we want for this specific PCR. And we can even see the medication details. Clicking on the record will import the data into the EPCR. And if I go back to medications, refresh, we can see the fentanyl and ketamine that was provided by Carlton on scene. Entering the data, we can see the dosage, the units, the route, if it was added, and as Carlton said, also the NDC if the vial was scanned for specific medications. That's it for from EPCR end.
All right, now Colton's going to go over how to set up the integration.
Yes. So the first thing that you do is if you are not the administrator, recommend it to the person that's taking care of the OneDose admin console, because you need to log into the admin console, and I'll pull up exactly where you would go to enable this. As soon as you get logged in, you would navigate down to the settings tab, and then in settings, there is a place for integrations. At this point, if you don't have any of our integrations enabled, there might be a list of compatible integrations. You would navigate to the EPR FireWorks integration and press the request. At that point, that is all you would have to do. We'll work directly with the EPR FireWorks team to get your account fully set up for this integration and make sure everything is working properly.
Great. And then if anyone has any questions, they can send them in the chat. Otherwise, you can reach us at helpdesk@mywondose.com for questions or support@eprSYS.com. And then our websites are there as well. So, there's access to us there too.